In December 1937, Walt Disney released his first animated feature film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Not only was it an artistic triumph, a cinematic milestone, it was also a worldwide box office success. So Walt Disney had a lot to top, and he did that magnificently with his second feature, Pinocchio. With this film, Walt really wanted to expand the art of animation even further, make it much more ambitious and also technically challenging. One of the great breakthroughs in Pinocchio was the use of the multiplane camera. Now, the multiplane camera is a super camera that is able to photograph animation cells through various planes to create the illusion of spatial depth. You could see it in great use in the sequence when Geppetto is sending Pinocchio off to school. We see this long camera move through Geppetto's village with the camera seemingly pushing through archways and over steeples and through crowds of people to create this wonderful sense of immersion long before 3D technology. One of the most key elements of Pinocchio that helps to drive it emotionally and dramatically is its magnificent film score by Paul Smith. But there's also the songs in Pinocchio, and of course the most famous one being When You Wish Upon a Star, written by Ned Washington and Lee Harleen.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are.
Which ended up winning the Oscar for Best Song of the Year, but also became emblematic of the Disney studios, about dreams and the longing for something more wonderful and more fantastic. One cannot underestimate the acting in Pinocchio, and what I mean by that, it comes from two major sources. One, the animators themselves, because classical animators are really actors with pencils. But also the voice talent in Pinocchio was of a very, very high order. Here we have very young Dickie Jones voicing Pinocchio as a jubilant, innocent young boy, just out in search of wonders and adventures in the world. Of course, we have Christian Rubb as the kindly Geppetto, who brings such warmth to the film. But then the real star, voice-wise, is the voice of Jiminy Cricket, and that's Cliff Edwards, also known as Ukulele Ike. So with all these great acting talents, Pinocchio comes to vivid life. It is an animated film that is the benchmark of what an animated feature in the narrative form can take. It's filled with wonder and imagination and adventure. This motion picture is really the pinnacle of what Walt Disney wanted to achieve with character animation, full personalities, and with complete command of the cinematic language.